And the NLCS shifts to LA now for the middle three games. Nationals did their job, won their first two games of the series at home. Now we come to Dodger Stadium, trying to finish these guys off so we don't have to go back home and play games 6 and 7. LA got to their best two pitchers, which is what I said we needed to do. Now it gets a little bit easier as they don't have such dominating staff now. See if you win 5-1 and 4-3. That walk-off home run by Langford in Game 2. See if Tom McVay and our offense can keep things going here. River Ryan's on the mound for the Dodgers. Hopefully we can get to him early and get into that bullpen. It's the NLCS on MLB The Show 26. And there is River Ryan, like I said. See his numbers. No runs allowed in 5 innings in his first start in the postseason. That's good for them, but that's an elevated walk rate. So maybe we can have him throw a lot of pitches, get him out of the game early. Take a look at his ratings. Doesn't have the greatest control. Does pitch well against lefties, though. You can see that 1 hit, but 4 walks, 6 Ks against Pittsburgh. And first man up, of course, Tom McVay. First pitch of the game is down and in for a ball, so that's how we start Game 3. Goal in this series is to get into that bullpen as quick as we can. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a line smash in the left center field. That's going to get down and go not quite to the track. McVay on his way to second base with a leadoff double. There we go. That is just what we needed to start this game off. Get them on the ropes early if we can. Here's a replay. Drives that pitch to the left center field gap, and Pages, long way to go. Good thing he got that cut off, or that might have been a triple. Way to go, Tomboy. Good start right there for the offense, and that'll bring in C.J. Abrams, our second baseman, having been an up and down postseason. Got a 1-1 count. Got an early RBI situation right here. Here's the pitch, and here's a ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by Horner, and he can't come up with it, and C.J.'s going to reach on the infield hit. So we get our first 2 men on here in the top of the first as McVay goes to third on the play. And that'll bring in Wyatt Langford. A ton of sac flies in the series. Here goes the runners. The pitch is a strike. Throw down, and CJ swipes second base. That'll eliminate the chance of a double play. That's why we want him up at the top of the order with McVay. A lot of speed. No chance at all. That pitch was way high, and he stole that one off the pitcher. It's now got 2 men in scoring position for Langford. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and here's a high fly ball, shallow center field. Pages on the run, and he's got it. And McVay's going to have to hold as he throws a strike to the plate. So got the fly ball, just did not get it deep enough. Here's our lineup, same lineup we've been running out the entire series. It's been doing great, no reason to change anything at all. That'll bring in James Wood, who's having a little bit of a struggle fest here in the postseason. 2 men on, 1 out, down count, 1-2. Cannot strike out here. And here's a ground ball knocked down by DePaula, and fake throw. What is that? And we get on the board. He made a great diving stop and then does nothing with it. That should be a fielder's choice or an error. Look at this. Absolute rocket down the line. Makes a great play to stop it. The pitcher stops running, and then he does a fake throw. This is the second time we've seen this. I don't know what's wrong with MLB's animations, but he doesn't do anything. And we're on the board, 1-0 with Vinny coming in. Men at the corners, only 1 out. Get this ball out of the infield. Be another run. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a pop-up on the infield, so he does not get it out of the infield. Gets in the air, but not deep enough, and Horner's got it for the second out. Now it's going to take a 2-out hit to get another run. And Okamoto's going to step in. See his numbers in the postseason. He's behind 0-2, though. There's a pitch from Ryan, and swing and miss. He strikes out on the slider, so he had a lot of men on base that inning, but only managed to get 1 run. A weird run at that, as River Ryan survives. Now we head to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for us tonight is Cade Horton. It is not Paul Skeens. I made a last-minute change. Show you why in a minute. Cade, we know how well he pitches in the postseason, so not too worried. And look right here, Skeens is not at full energy. Horton is, so there's no point And starting Skeens less than 100% when we have a guy like Cade Horton on the mound. And Brendan Donovan's going to step in, lead off this game for the Dodgers. And here's a shot into left center field, racing over his Dunbar, and he's got it on the run. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. See the Dodgers lineup. It's the same one they used back in Game 2. Don't know why Will Smith is hitting cleanup when he's doing so poorly. Shohei's going to step in. He did not play in Game 2 because he was fatigued from pitching and hitting in Game 1. Had a 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Horton, and swing and a miss on a pitch way off the plate. And that's strike 3 in the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring in Kyle Tucker, another one struggling. We need to move DePaula and Kwan and Pages up in the lineup because these two guys are doing nothing. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Horton. There's a line shot down the right field line. That gets down and go all the way to the wall. Wood racing after it as Tucker's on his way to second, making me eat my words. So now the Dodgers have a man on with 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring in the struggle fest in Will Smith. Not a good number there. They have a lefty in Dalton Rushing on the bench, and here's a line drive to first base. McVay snags that at the end of the inning. So they get a man on, can't get him in. We're up 1-0 now as we head to the top of the second inning. Dunbar, Willitson, Ford coming up. There's Jeremy. Had a single, a double, a triple, and a home run in the first 2 games in Washington. So he is heating up at the right time. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And, he takes strike 3 down and in. Thought that was a ball. Nice paint job there by River Ryan. See this replay. And right at the knees, right in the corner. Good pitcher's pitch. That'll bring in Eli Willits, having a lot of struggles on the offensive side. First pitch swing, and there's a pop-up. And DePaula's going to have it, but his defense more than makes up for what he doesn't do at the plate right now this postseason. Now to bring in Harry Ford, who's having probably the most surprising postseason of everybody on the team. Nobody on and 2 out. He works the count full. Here's a pitch from Ryan, and as a ground ball up the middle, and grabbed by Turner, throws across his body, and he gets him. What a play by their shortstop to end the inning. We can't get anybody on there. We're going to go to the bottom of the second inning, still 1-0 good guys. And first man up for the Dodgers. Josue DePaula made that mental blunder in the top of the first inning that scored the first run. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Horton. There's a high fly ball in the right field. Wood chasing back, and that ball is gone into the bullpen for a solo home run. It's his second of the series, third of the postseason. And just like that, this game is tied. Man, Horton was trying to put him away. 0-2 count. And didn't put the ball where he wanted it, and DePaula makes him pay. See the replay. Yeah, that was belt high. He got all of that one, and Wood never had a chance. Got out of here in a hurry. That'll bring in Stephen Kwan, who's been a pest both 2 years ago and this year against us in the playoffs. Heading to count 2-0. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, second base. CJ's got it. Throw to first. There we go. First out. Looks like he stopped running halfway down. That'll bring in Trey Turner. Nobody on, a 1-out tie game now here in the bottom of the second. 0-1 count. Here's Horton's pitch. There's a fly ball in left center field. Dunbar on the run, and he's got it again. His second running catch into the gap, and that's the second out. That'll bring in Pages, the center fielder. First pitch to him. There's a fly ball in the right field. Wood racing over towards the line. He's going to have that, and that's the third out. But Josue DePaula, one swing of the bat, has this game tied at 1 as we head to the top of the third inning. And we're going to skip all the way to the top of the 5th. Nobody doing anything for either team in the 3rd or the 4th. So Harry Ford's going to be the first man up. He's down 1-2. Here's Ryan's pitch. There's a base hit up the middle off the mound. So Ford continues his hot postseason. Gets on base to start the inning. There we go, Harry, good job. And that'll bring in Tom McVay. Doubled his first time up. Scored on that weird play at first base. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and a pitch up in his eyes. And that's the first out of the inning. Not sure what he was looking for, but man, he's not going to get on top of that one. See Ryan relying on his four-seamer right now. CJ's going to step in, 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base, up to 3 hits in the series. Behind 0-2. There's the pitch. There's a ground ball, second base. Horner's got it. Flip to second for 1. Relay to first, and there's a 4-6-3 double play as the Dodgers defense bails out the pitcher. Keeps this game even at 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And first man up for the Dodgers, Stephen Kwan. 2-2 count on him. And here's a line drive right to Eli at short. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. All his hit luck he used up earlier. We'll bring in Trey Turner. First pitch to him. There's a line drive off the pitcher. Ford's got it, throws to first, and that's going to be late. So Turner's going to reach on an infield single. Now we got to check on Horton, make sure he's okay. Don't want to lose another pitcher, especially how good Cade has been in the postseason. Says he's okay. You're going to bring in Pages now with 1 on and 1 out. Tie game, bottom of the 5th. 0-1 pitch and strike, throw down, and in with a stolen base is Trey Turner. So they'll take care of the double play chance. That'll get them a man in scoring position. Check the replay, gets a good jump. Just wasn't paying attention to him down there. And the throw was late, so that was steal off the pitcher. Now we have an 0-2 count on Pages. Here's the pitch, and it's a high fly ball into right field. Wood's going to have it. Here's the catch, tag, and a runner stays. Now they're going to have a man at second and 2 outs. Going to take a base hit to get the run, and Nico Hoerner's going to step in. Yeah, pretty good postseason. Flight out his first time tonight. Down count 1-2, and the pitch. As a ground ball is short. Eli's got it. Throw to first, and there we go. Pitch around the single and the stolen base. Keeps this game tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning here in Game 3 of the NLCS. And first man up for the Nats, and Wyatt Langford's flight out twice tonight. He's 4 for 10 with a home run, that walk-off home run in Game 2 in this series. Heading to count 2-1. Here's the pitch. There's a smash up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. So we get the leadoff man on again. See if we can get him in this time. We go Wyatt, and they're going to the pen. That's it for River Ryan. He's done. Surprisingly early, and they're going to the lefty, Jack Dreyer. We scored 3 runs off of him in Game 1, so I'm not sure why they're going to him here. Ryan wasn't pitching poorly at all. First man he's going to have to face is James Wood. He's 1 for 2, RBI single in the first. He's 3 for 10 in the series, starting to heat up. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to right field, and that one is way out of here. James Wood goes to the back of the bullpen for his second home run of the postseason. 441 feet, a towering shot into the right field bullpen. And there we go. We got the lead back. Now it's a 3-1 lead as James is starting to heat up. That is not good for the Dodgers. His replay. Man, got way out in front of that pitch and just nuked it. He knew it was gone. Everybody knew it was gone. And I don't know why they keep bringing Dreyer in, because we keep hitting tanks off of him. Look at that. There we go, and that'll bring in Vinny now. He's 0 for 2 on the night. They're back up 3-1 now here in the 6th. 0-1 pitch. There's a smash and a grab by DePaula. He'll race to the bag, and that's the first out here in the inning. And we have all the momentum in this series right now. Okamoto's going to bat now. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Nobody on and 1 out. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Dreyer. And a high fly ball in the center field. Pages racing back, and he's got it on the run for the second out. And that's going to be it for Dreyer. So he's just going to come in and give up a home run. As they go back to the pen, they're going to bring in Bobby Miller, who gave up the game-winning home run last game. So their bullpen keeps giving up home runs. That's never a good situation. Going to try and keep it at a 2-run deficit. The first man he's going to face is Jeremy Dunbar. Been hot in the series, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. Nobody on and 2 outs. 1-1 pitch is on the way. There's a ground ball, base hit to right field, so he gets his 5th hit of the series. The rookie is loving the postseason right now. Let's see if we can get a 2-out rally going. Eli stepping in 0 for 10 in the series, but like I said, his defense is so good, I don't care. He's ahead in the count 3-1. I'll take a walk, though. Here's the pitch. There's a pop fly into center field. Pajes over. He's going to settle and have that, and that will be the 3rd out. But James Wood goes deep to right field to give us a 3-1 lead now as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And first man up for the Dodgers, Brendan Donovan. First pitch to him from Horton is a shot into right center field, and that ball is off the wall. Langford gets it, throws it back in, and Donovan's going to start this inning with a double. Almost hit a leadoff home run. So the Dodgers going to have the tying run come to the plate. Here's the replay. Absolutely crushed that pitch, ambushed him, first pitch fastball, and high off the wall. So we get a man in scoring position to start the inning. Belt high, and Donovan didn't miss. Now bring in Ohtani. He can tie this with one swing of the bat. Behind the count 1-2, though. Here's the pitch from Cade. And swing and a miss. He strikes him out on the 4-seamer, down and in. Big first out here in the 6th inning, his 3rd K of the day. That'll bring in Kyle Tucker. Doubled his first time. Really hasn't done much in the series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Racing back is Wood. He's not going to have it. And that ball hops over the fence for a ground rule double. But that will drive in a run. That's his 2nd double of the day. See the pitch. Pulls the outside pitch. And the big hop over the wall. And now we're down to a 1-run game. That'll bring in the struggling Will Smith. 0 for 2 on the night. Representing the go-ahead run. He's behind 1-2, and the pitch is strike 3 called on the inner corner up high. So that's a big 2nd out. Keep that runner at second base. 4th strikeout of the night for Horton. See his pitch usage, been relying on the 4-seamer a lot. And that'll bring in DePaula. He homered his last time up to tie the game at 1. He represents the go-ahead run with 2 outs here in the 6th. He's down 1-2. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes him out on a high 4-seamer. So Horton using strikeouts to get out of this jam, but the Dodgers do get a run, cut this lead down to 3-2 as they head to the top of the 7th inning. And new pitcher for the Dodgers is going to be Giovanni Moran, but we're hopping ahead to the top of the 8th as both teams did nothing in the 7th. So Moran's going to come in out of the bullpen, try and keep this at a 3-2 deficit here in the 8th. First man up is Wyatt Langford. He's 1 for 3 with a single, scored on James Wood's long home run. If you can get the rally going here, behind 1-2. Here's a pitch from Moran. And swing and a miss. He strikes out on a high fastball off the plate. And that's the first out here in the 8th inning. See the replay on that pitch. Just blew it by him. He's just trying to foul the pitch off, but he was way late on that one. That'll bring in James. 2 for 3 with a single, a home run, driven in 3. His bat is heating up, and that is not good for LA or anybody else in the postseason. 0-2 count and the pitch and a little jam shot blooper to center field. Excuse me, swing, and he's going to have his 3rd hit of the day. Told you, he's on fire, man. We got to ride that wave when he's high on top. So now we have a man on and 1 out. Vinny coming up, and we're going to the bench because he's hitless. And we're going to bring in Byron Buxton, give him some ABs, especially against left-handed pitchers. Down 0-2 quickly, though. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and miss, and he strikes out on the changeup. So he's getting a lot of play in the postseason base running, running for guys, getting stolen bases, getting in scoring position. I'm going to give him some ABs, and he's just a little bit rusty. Nice pitch there by Moran, has him off balance. And that'll bring in Okamoto. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 1 on, 2 out. Here in the 8th, looking for a tack-on run. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Moran. There's a ground ball, third base, grabbed by Donovan. He's going to throw to first. And there's the 3rd out of the inning. So we get a man on, can't do much with it. Dodgers trail 3-2 now as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And new pitcher for us going to be JoJo Romero. Horton pitched excellent for 7 innings. Now JoJo's going to come in Got a bunch of left-handed batters coming up, trying to hold this 3-2 lead, see if we can score some more runs in the ninth, but we're going to keep it right here where it is at 3-2. Nico going to lead things off for LA. He's 0 for 2 on the night. After Warner, they got like 4 of the next 5 batters are left-handed, so I want to get JoJo in this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and there's a ground ball, base hit to right field, so they're going to have the leadoff man on and the tying run on to start the 8th inning. Not what we were hoping for. He's all pumped. That'll bring in Donovan. Just missed a home run his last time up. He's got a single and a double and a run scored. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from JoJo, and it's a high fly ball into shallow left center. On the run is Langford, and he's got it. There we go. The runner has to go back to first. I was not sure if he was going to get there. That was a long way to go, and he does not have Buxton's speed. He's fast, but he's not Buxton fast. That'll bring in Shohei. Has not done much of anything in this series. 0 for 3 tonight with 2 Ks. But it only takes one swing of the bat for them to take the lead. Here's a 1-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left field. Racing back is Dunbar, and he's got it for the second out. Dodged the bullet there, so now we'll have 1 on and 2 out here in the 8th. That'll bring in Kyle Tucker, hottest man in their lineup besides Donovan tonight. 2 doubles, including an RBI double his last time. 0-2 count and the pitch, and strike 3 calls. He takes a slider right there at the knees over the middle of the plate. So JoJo pitches around the leadoff single, keeps this a 3-2 lead for the Nats as we head to the top of the 9th. And new pitcher for the Dodgers going to be lefty Adrian Morejon, as they want to keep this at a 1-run deficit. He's going to face Jeremy Dunbar. He's 1 for 3 with a single. He's 5 for 9 in the series. Does hit lefties well. Works the count full. Here's Morejon's pitch, and high for ball 4, so we're going to get a leadoff man on as Dunbar draws a walk. We don't have Buxton to run for him, but we will bring in Denzel Clark and leave him in the game to play left field or move him to center and put Langford in left. Great speed, great defense there. Eli, first pitch to him. He squares the bunt, and he gets it down, and DePaul's going to have one play as he tags him. The sacrifice bunt by Willits moves the runner into scoring position. Been hitless in the series, so want to make a productive out, which is what we did there. And that'll bring in Harry Ford, who's been one of the hottest guys in the entire postseason. He's 4 for 11 in this series. RBI chance here in the 9th. 1-1 count. Here's Morejon's pitch. There's a ground ball to short, grabbed there by Turner, throw to first, and that's a second out as the runner has to hold. That's going to take a 2-out hit. Tom McVeigh stepping in now, 2 for 4 with a double and a single and a run scored. See if he can come through in the clutch here. He's behind 1 and 2 though. Here's the pitch. There's a shot into right center field, and that ball is down and to the wall. Clark scores easily, and McVeigh is in second base with his second double of the game, 3rd hit of the game, clutch RBI to give us a 4-2 lead here in the 9th. Gotta love these tack-on runs, and McVeigh hits lefties well, has more power against lefties, and he just dropped that where neither outfielder could get to it. Now we have a 2-run lead with CJ stepping in. He's 1 for 3 with a single tonight. See if we can get another tack-on run. He's down 1 and 2. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. He strikes out, chased the slider off the plate. But Tom McVeigh comes through with that clutch 2-out double. Doubles our lead. Now we're up 4-2 as we head to the bottom of 9th here in Game 3 of the NLCS. And coming in out of the pen, our closer, Joan Duran, coming in. He's only got 1 save, but he has a win. Got the win in that walk-off game in Game 2. If he can keep this lead for us right here, give us a 3-0 lead in the series, and Seaver King's going to come in and help our defense at second base. CJ does not have the greatest defensive numbers, and Will Smith, 1 for 12 in the series, 0 for 3 tonight. It's going to be their first man up. 0-2 count, and a pitch from Duran. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1-0-1, up and in. He can't handle that. First strikeout for Duran, first out here in the 9th. See this replay. He's got a nasty splitter, but he also has triple-digit gas, and he just blows it right by him. There we go. Leadoff man does not get on base. That'll bring in DePaula now with nobody on. He cannot tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. 0-1 count on him. Here's Duran's pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Eli's got it. Throw to first. There we go. 2 up, 2 down in the ninth. Just need one more out for a 3-0 lead in the series. Steven Kwan stepping in. 0 for 3 in the night. I think we might have finally solved him. He's down 0-2. And a pitch from Duran is a ground ball, and it's through for a base hit. So that will bring the tying run to the plate for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the ninth as Kwan gets another hit. See Clark's now in center field. That'll bring in Trey Turner. He's the tying run. 1 for 3 with a single. Hasn't had much luck outside of that in this postseason. He's down 0-2. Here's a pitch from Duran. There's a pop-up. The first base side. Foul territory. McVeigh over on the NLCS logos got it, and the Nationals win 4-2 and take a 3-0 lead in this NLCS. Kind of a surprising 3-0 lead, but we have been very dominant in this series so far. And Cade Horton with another great postseason performance. And the offense hitting the ball all over the ballpark tonight. Wow, that was a big win. Now, see the line score. Horton, 2 runs over 7 innings, no walks, 6 Ks, 6 hits. James Wood, 3 hits, including a home run, 3 RBIs. Not a bad start by River Ryan, but in the end, they didn't get enough offense. And we did, as Horton goes to 2-0 in the postseason, and Duran gets his second save. Look at this box score. 3 hits for McVeigh, 3 hits for Wood. Had a couple of walks tossed in there. Double, a home run. CJ with 2 steals. Horton again, that great pitching line. Romero and Duran come in, give up a hit each. Keep them off the scoreboard though. Donovan 2 hits. Tucker 2 hits. Home run by DePaula. Like I said, good start by Ryan, but the bullpen gives up 2. That was the difference in the game as we win 4-2. Now we go to an important Game 4. Can we get the sweep? And now Game 4 of the NLCS. We have a chance to sweep the dreaded Dodgers. They have their backs firmly against the wall. They're going to have to win 4 straight games. We have our best pitcher, the best pitcher in baseball, Cy Young Award winner Paul Skeens on the mound. So a very tough task for the Dodgers. Almost impossible if you ask me. Take a look at the series so far. We have scored at least 4 runs in every game, and they've only scored more than 2 once. They're down 3-0. And on the mound for them, Kyle Hurt. I have no idea who this guy is. Know nothing about him. And we have Paul Skeens. We know everything about him. Almost threw a perfect game in Game 5 against Arizona. It's the Washington Nationals looking to move on to the World Series for the 3rd straight year. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers. Got to stay alive one day at a time now. It's the NLCS on MLB The Show 26. And Kyle Hurt, the surprise starter in my mind. Here in Game 4, they have Blake Snell. Not sure why they're not using him. You can see what Hurt did in his 1 start in the postseason. Great strikeout rate, not a great walk rate. And let's go take a look at him. Here's his numbers. Like I said, great strikeouts, not the greatest hits per 9. He's 31 years old. He's actually a real player, drafted in round 5 of 2020. And 49 games, 17 starts, 133 innings, 179 hits allowed. Gave up 24 homers, had 140 strikeouts. There's his game that he had against the Pirates. And he hasn't pitched. He had a cup of coffee in 2003 and 4, and nothing since. So he's a career minor league pitcher. And he's going to have to face Paul Skeens in the NLCS. First man up for us, Tom McVeigh. Big 3-hit night here in Game 3. 1-1 pitch is a shot in the left field, and it is caught by Steven Kwan on the run. Thought that was going to drop in for a base hit. See our lineup. Exact same one we've been using all postseason since we got it switched around with Wood and Abrams. Abrams going to step in now. CJ behind the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and here's a shot down the left field line. It's going to get down and go into the corner. Abrams around first on his way to second. We're going to have a man in scoring position now with 1 out here in the top of the first. Big double there for CJ. He's heating up. See the replay. Takes the outside pitch. Hammers it down the line. Kwan has a long way to go to get to that one. And that'll bring in Wyatt Langford. See his postseason numbers. He's ahead in the count 2-1. Here's the pitch from Hurt, and there's a smash over first. That's going to get down. CJ around third, headed for home as the throw comes back in, and he is safe. And there we go. Our Nationals off to a quick start today. Singles by Abrams and Langford gives us a 1-0 lead as we're wearing out both foul lines early on in this game. Play was a little bit closer than I thought at the plate, but there we go. 1-0 lead, and James Wood, 3 hits in Game 3, stepping in now. He is red hot. Count goes full. Long look. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, and there's a line smash past Donovan down the left field line. Langford on his way to third. He's going to round third and go home. And James Woods, hot. NLCS at Dodger Stadium continues as he gets a hit-and-run double. It drives in a run and makes it 2-0. See the replay. Just past Donovan's glove. Like I said, Langford was running on the play, trying to stay out of the double play, and he scores all the way from first base. And we are off to a hot start, 2-0 lead, and Vinny's going to step in, see his great postseason so far. A little bit of a struggle in the NLCS. 1-1 count on him. Long look, here's the pitch. There's a line shot to center field, that's going to get down. Wood around third, he's headed for home, and the Nationals are going to be up 3-0 with only 1 out here in the top of the first inning. That is exactly the start we needed in this game. Exactly the start they did not need for the Dodgers, as Vinny just ropes that ball to center field. That'll bring in Okamoto. See his postseason numbers there. Wow, what a great start. Okamoto behind 1-2. Here's the pitch from Hurt. And there's a little flare into right field. That's going to drop for another base hit as Vinny stops at second. Man, we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight hits to start this inning, and now Kyle Hurt, 23 pitches in the inning, only has 1 out, and Jeremy Dunbar stepping in. 5 hits in this series. He's hitting .360 in the postseason. 1-2 pitch to him is a tapper to second base. Horner's got it. Flip to second for 1, relay to first, and he beats it out. So we're going to have men at the corners and 2 out. We avoid the double play there. That's going to bring in Eli Willits, hitless in this series. Struggle fest in the postseason, but playing excellent defense. Men at the corners and 2 out. 2-1 count. Pitch from Hurt is a pop-up up the third base side. Foul territory. Smith, the catcher, over. He's going to have it on the NLCS logo, and that's the 3rd out. But a very, very quick start by the Nationals here in Game 4. Played 3 runs in the inning on 5 hits. We head to the bottom of the first. Donovan Otani coming up. Base Paul Skeens. There he is. Almost through that perfect game against Arizona. It's been truly dominant in the postseason. Truly dominant in the regular season. And the Dodgers are behind the 8 ball big time. It was already bad enough having to face him down 3-0, but are now trailing 3-0 after a half an inning. And Brendan Donovan's going to step in. Had a couple of hits in Game 3. Behind the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Skeens. And strike 3 called. Splitter on the outside corner. And a big strikeout to start the bottom of the first inning. Here's their lineup, and they still continue to have Will Smith hitting cleanup when they have a left-handed hitting Dalton rushing that could come in and catch and provide much better offense. And now Shohei's going to step in. Has not done much of anything in the postseason or in this series. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes out on a fastball in on the plate. And 2 quick strikeouts to start this game for Skeens as his dominance continues. And now Kyle Tucker's going to step in with nobody on and 2 out. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And high for ball 4. That was a 13 pitch at bat. Tucker fouled off 7 straight pitches with 2 strikes. Absolutely annoying at bat. And Will Smith's going to step in now with 1 on and 2 out. Behind 1-2, and the pitch. And swing and miss, and he strikes out. So Skeens walks Kyle Tucker, but strikes out the other 3 batters in the inning. His postseason dominance continues. We head to the second inning, up 3-0. And the first man up be the 9th place hitter, Harry Ford, as we had 8 guys go to the plate in the top of the first. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Kyle Hurt. There's a line drive over first base, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Another hit for Harry Ford. My goodness, have a postseason Harry. I was thinking about replacing him next year, but he's won some good graces there. So that'll bring in McVay now. 1 on and nobody out. 3-0 lead. 0-1 count. Long look. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to center field. Racing back is Pajes, and he's not going to get it. That one's out of here. Tom McVay muscles up for his first postseason home run. 415 feet to dead center field. And the Nationals offense is on fire tonight. 5-0 here with nobody out in the second inning. My goodness, just absolutely crushed that pitch. Does not have the greatest power against righties. I think it's only in the 40s, mid-40s. But he nuked that one, and now bring in CJ. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Try and get this inning restarted. Works the count full. Here's the pitch. And jam shot, pop-up into shallow left. Medium left. Kwan's going to settle, have that, and that'll be the first out here in the second inning. That'll bring in Wyatt Langford. Look at that, Hurt's thrown 46 pitches already. There's only 1 out in the second. First pitch to Wyatt is a smash to second, grab there by Horner. Quick throw to first, and there's 2 down. I don't know that Hurt's going to even get out of the third inning at this rate. And that'll bring in James Wood. RBI double in the first. He is just absolutely flaming at the plate right now. 0-1 count and the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle and through for another base hit for James Wood. That's his 5th base hit in his last 6 at-bats this series. My goodness, what a time for him to heat up. That'll bring in Vinny. RBI single back in the first, his first hit in the series. We have 1 on, 2 out. Pitch number 51 from Hurt. There's a high fly ball right, and that one is not coming back. Way out of here to the back of the bleachers in right field. 454 feet for Vinny. 2-run shot makes it 7-0. And that had to be the loudest perfect home run I have ever heard or seen or hit by myself in any game, whether it's franchise or Diamond Dynasty. This pitch was belt high and absolutely crushed. Look how high this ball was hit. My goodness. One more look. That had 7 seconds of hang time. That was absolutely a towering nuke. My goodness. And that is finally all for Hurt. He doesn't even get out of the second inning. That was not the choice for starting pitchers tonight, as Carson Wisenhut's going to have to come in and give them some innings. Their bullpen's already been taxed in the series. See what he's done in the postseason. Former starting pitcher, so he has stamina. He can go a few innings in relief. Wow, this is not how I expected this game to go. I mean, Skeens has been dominant in only 1 inning so far, but our offense has just been off the charts, and Okamoto's going to step in with nobody on and 2 out. 2-2 count, and the pitch is a smash to third. 1-hopper grab by Donovan, throws to first for the 3rd out, but we get 2 2-run homers. The first one from Tom McVay. Second one, the loudest one, from Vinny Pasquantino. And we're up 7 runs going to the bottom of the second. And leading off for the Dodgers, Josue DePaula has been one of their better hitters in this series. He's had a tough postseason in general. He's behind 0-2. And the pitch, and swing and miss, and he strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts and 4 outs for Paul Skeens today. He's only had a walk mixed in between all those Ks. And that'll bring in Stephen Kwan. See what his numbers are in the postseason. He's been trouble for us this series. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. CJ's got it. Spins, throws, and he gets him. Nice play there by Abrams. Had to go into the outfield grass to get that one. Like I said many times, his range and his fielding ratings are deteriorating, so he's not the greatest fielder anymore, but his bat is so good. We got to keep him in the lineup. That'll bring in Trey Turner now with nobody on and 2 out. First pitch to him is a shot into right field, but right at James Wood. And that'll be a quick inning there for Skeens. Only had to throw 8 pitches Get him down 1-2-3 as we head to the third, up 7-0. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the fourth as both teams went down 1-2-3 in the third. Tom McVeigh stepping in. Big 2-run homer his last time up. 0-1 count on him. Here's Wisenhunt's pitch. And there's a ground ball to first. DePaula's got it. He'll go to the bag, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Now to bring in CJ, 1 for 2 with a double. So he's got 4 hits in the series now. 2 singles, 2 doubles. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a shot into left field, and that is down. It just bounced in front of Quan. Couldn't quite get there, and we're going to have a man on now with 1 out here in the fourth. Here goes CJ. That'll bring in Langford, 1 for 2. RBI single, scored on a double by Wood. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes out on a 4-seamer, and that'll be the second out here in the fourth inning. That'll bring in the hottest man on the planet, James Wood. He's 2 for 2 in this game. First pitch to him. There goes CJ. Pitches a strike. Throw down. He's in safe with a stolen base. Didn't try to steal with Langford. Want to leave that right side open. And CJ gets a good jump on the lefty. Gets in there for another stolen base. Now a tack-on run out there at second base. See if Wood can get a big 2-out RBI. It's behind the count 1-2 though. Here's the pitch. And there's a tapper up the first baseline. DePaula's got it. Steps on the bag, and that's the third out. So get a man on, get him in scoring position. Can't get him over. But, hey, we're up 7-0 now as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Game 4. And first man up for the Dodgers will be Shohei Ohtani. See what he's done in the NLCS. Single and a double. 2 for 9. Struck out his first time. Heading to count 3-1. Here's the pitch. And high for ball 4. Just missed. So they get their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring in Kyle Tucker. He walked in the first inning. 1 on, nobody out, 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a tapper to second base, CJ Charge. He's got it. He'll take the out at first. And put a man at second base now with 1 out as Ohtani moves up on the play. That'll bring in Will Smith. Struck out his first time. Looks horrible at the plate right now. He's behind 0-2 in the count again. Here's the pitch. And jam shot, pop fly, foul ball up the third base side. Ford's going to settle over. He's going to have that for the second out of the inning. Lucky he even made contact on that one. Now to bring in DePaula. Struck out his first time. And on second and 2 outs here in the fourth. 0-2 count. And the pitch. And there's a shot down the left field line. That's going to get down, go all the way to the wall. Ohtani around third. He's going to score. Dunbar gets it back in as DePaula. It's the first hit allowed by Paul Skeens. An RBI double makes this 7-1 Nats now. DePaula has been the hardest one for us to get out. Just lines this pitch. I was trying to strike him out on a pitch down and away, and he took it the other way. Gets the RBI double. You replay again. It just went down and got it. So we don't have the no-hit drama late in this game. And I'll bring in Stephen Kwan now with man on second and 2 outs. 0-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball into right center field. Wood racing over, and he's going to have that for the third out. There we go. So the Dodgers break through, get the first run of the game on the RBI by DePaula. They're down 7-1 now as we head to the fifth. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the sixth. Both teams went down 1-2-3 in the fifth. In fact, Skeens struck out the side in the bottom of the fifth. His dominance is continuing. Ford's going to step in now. 1-0 pitch to him is a line drive in the right field, and Tucker's got it. Man, thought that ball was going to drop in front of him, but he got it. Seeking line drive, and that's a first out here in the inning. That'll bring in McVeigh. First pitch to him is a high fly ball in right field. He did it again. Tom McVeigh goes deep for the second time tonight, 445 this time, as he hits that off the lefty. I told you he has way more power against lefties and righties, so we had no home runs in the postseason until this game, and he's got 2 in a row. And now we have a 8-1 lead here in Game 4. Man, McVeigh and Wood just woke up and shows violence today. Look at this, kind of off the end of the bat, but he still launched at 445. Man, our offense is on fire right now. Now bringing CJ. He's got 2 hits in the day. First pitch to him is a shot to left field, and that's going to drop for another base hit, his 3rd of the day. As CJ's heating up, man, whoever we play in the World Series is in for trouble. And Langford's going to come up now with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch to him is a high fly ball into right field. Tucker racing back, and edge of the track, he's got it for the 2nd out as CJ has to race back. Wasn't sure he was going to get to that one or not. That'll bring in James Wood, 2 for 3, the single, a double, an RBI, scored 2 runs. 1-2 count on him. There's a pitch from Wisenhunt, and it's a smash. Oh, and diving stop by DePaula, and ball's right there as he just steps on the bag, picks up the ball at the same time. But Tom McVeigh goes yard again, expands this out to an 8-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And leading off for the Dodgers will be Brendan Donovan. He's 0 for 2 on the night. See, 3 for 13 in the series with a single and a couple of doubles. He's behind 0-2. There's a pitch from Skeens. There's a ground ball backhanded by Okamoto. Throws from foul territory, and he gets him out easily. And that's the first out here in the 6th. Now to bring in Shohei. Walked and scored on DePaula's double last time up. Nobody on and 1 out. Dodgers down by 7. 1-2 pitch from Skeens is a ground ball 3rd base. Grabbed by Okamoto. Easy throw to first, and 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And there's Skeens' pitch usage, lying mostly on the 4-seamer. I'll bring in Tucker, 0 for 1 with a walk. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss, he strikes him out on the changeup off the plate for the 3rd out. That's strikeout number 9 for Skeens. Truly dominant again as we head to the 7th inning. And new pitcher for the Dodgers going to be Bobby Miller. Giving up a couple of home runs in this series already. First man he's going to face, though, is Vinny Pasquantino. He's got 3 hits on the day, 2 singles and a mammoth home run, 3 RBI. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short, grabbed there by Turner. Takes his time, throw to first. There's 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th. That'll bring in Okamoto, 1 for 3 with a single tonight. Got 4 hits in the series. Down to count, 1-2. Here's Miller's pitch. There's a little shot into right center field, and it drops and off Tucker. Kind of a weird play. I don't know if he mishandled that. They're going to give him a hit on the play. Okay, well, now bring in Dunbar now. 0 for 3 tonight. Been very hot in the NLCS prior to this game. Count goes full on him. Here's the pitch. And high for ball 4. So we get 2 men on now with 1 out here in the 7th. Miller pitching himself into a jam. And lucky for him, Eli's going to step in. He's hitless in the series. 0 for 3 tonight. Down on the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, second base, grabbed there by Horner. Throws the second for 1, relay to first, and Willits beats that out, so they don't get the double play. Now we're going to have men at the corners and 2 out. See this play by Horner going way to his left. Spins and barely gets 1 on the play. Now to bring in the hot Harry Ford. He's 5 for 15 in the NLCS. 1 for 3 tonight. Chance to blow this game wide open like it already isn't wide open. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball second. Horner's got it. Throw to first, and that's the 3rd out. So we get 2 on. Don't get any more runs in. Miller pitched into a jam and pitched out of it. We're up 8-1 now as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And first man up, Will Smith, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. See his horrible postseason numbers. He's behind 1-2. There's the pitch from Skeens. And swing and miss, he strikes him out on the changeup. Strikeout number 10 for Skeens. This man is just ridiculous in the postseason. That'll bring in DePaula. First pitch, ground ball, 3rd base. Okamoto's got it. Throw to first, and there's 2 outs here in the 7th inning. 5 pitches for 2 outs, and that'll bring in Stephen Kwan, 0 for 2 on the night. He started hot in the series. We've really cooled him off. He's down 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it takes strike 3, so Skeens gets another one, 11 on the game. And the Dodgers just getting hammered offensively and defensively. Now coming in out of the pen for LA will be Ben Kasparius. See his numbers on the postseason. You're going to try and keep them down to a 7-run deficit as we start the 8th inning. And Tom McVay, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs on the day, is going to step in. Can he hit 3? 3 home runs in an NLCS game? 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit up the middle, so he's not going to get 3 home runs, but he is going to get 3 hits. He's going to be on here to start the 8th inning. Now to bring in CJ. He's got 3 hits on the night. A double and 2 singles, a stolen base, a run scored. Down 0-2 though. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes out on a sweeper up and in on his hands. And that's the first out. Nice pitch there by Kasparius. And that'll bring in Langford with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right center field. And that ball is down and hops over the wall for a ground rule double. So that'll keep McVay from scoring on the play. See his replay. Kind of keeps his hands in, gets on top, hits that ball to the right center field gap. No one can get to it. Unfortunately for us, the ball hops over the wall, so we don't get a run. We have men on 2nd and 3rd and 1 out for James. He's 2 for 4 in the night. There's a line drive into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Langford around 3rd. Here comes the throw, and he's in. Wood comes through with another RBI. Drives in 2 with the single to center field. Dude is on fire, and now Vinny's going to step in. He's 3 for 4 with a homer and 2 singles. 10-1 Nationals here in the 8th inning of Game 4. 1-0 pitch to Vinny, and there's a pop-up. Foul territory up the third base side. Smith is going to have it for the 2nd out of the inning. Now to bring in Okamoto. 1 on and 2 out. First pitch to him is a ground ball to short. Turner's got it. Flip the 2nd, and that's the 3rd out. But the Nationals get 2 more runs in the inning. James Wood just continues to hammer the ball all over the place. We're up 10-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We're actually going to hop to the top of the 9th inning. We're up 10-1. Roki Sasaki in to his 2nd inning of work. Got him out 1-2-3 in the 8th. Brendan Donovan's going to lead things off for the Dodgers as they need a 9-run rally here in the 9th. First pitch is a shot down the left field line into the corner and down and hops over the side wall for a ground rule double. Dunbar just couldn't quite get there. See the replay. Fake step, jab step. That's that EA bad reaction animation. Doesn't matter. Hops over for a double. So now we have a man second base, nobody out. Ohtani 0 for 2 with the walks. He's 2 for 10 in the series. Been a non-factor. 1-2 count and the pitch. And there's a shot over short. That's going to get down. And they're going to go all the way to the wall. And that's going to score a run as Ohtani going to get an RBI double here in the 9th inning to cut it to a 10-2 lead for the Nationals. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem, though. And we're going to take Roki out now. He pitched well. We don't want things getting out of hand with him throwing a lot of pitches. Just want to get him some work. And going to the pen. Going to bring in Jose Alvarado. Has been absolutely phenomenal for us the last 2 postseasons. Got some left-handed bats coming up. Kyle Tucker, the first one. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball 3rd. Okamoto's got it. Throw to 1st. And there's 1 down here in the 9th. That'll bring in Will Smith. First pitch to him. Ground ball 3rd base. Okamoto's got it. Throw to 1st. There we go. 2 quick outs there. Both ground balls to 3rd base. Good job, Jose. And that'll bring in Josue DePaula. 1 for 3 with an RBI double. The last hope for the Dodgers. He's had a good series. Down 1-2. Here's the pitch. And pop fly, short one into left center field. Resting over is Willits. He's got it on the run, and the Nationals sweep the Dodgers in the NLCS. Punch their ticket back to the World Series for the 3rd year in a row. As we have a chance now to defend our title, win back-to-back World Series. Truly dominant performance in all facets of the game by our team in this series. Best team that money could buy just got hammered 4 straight. As our Nationals are on a mission, they're on a roll, and I don't see anybody stopping this team. This postseason has been truly special. Take a look at this box score. McVay 3 hits, Abrams 3 hits, Wood 3 hits, Pasquantino 3 hits, Langford 2, Okamoto 2. The top 6 in the order were absolutely ridiculous tonight. We had 3 doubles, 3 homers. Skeens only gives up 1 hit, strikes out 11 in 7 innings. Sasaki gives that run late, but Alvarado pitches out of that, gets 3 straight outs, and pitches us into the World Series. Hop on over to their side. They only had 3 hits, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. They had all 3 hits were doubles in the game for them. Kyle Hurt just got absolutely destroyed. Wisenhunt pitched well, and Kasparis gives up 2 more runs late, but this was really not much of a series at all. And wow, we are back in the World Series, boys and girls. And that was a thorough dismantling of the Dodgers. They were no threat to us at all. Arizona was a much tougher opponent. Now we have to wait for the American League. Seattle's up 2-1 on the Yankees. Let's hop over there and see who wins the rest of this series. Come in here to the Mariners schedule. Won game 1, lost game 2, won game 3. So now game 4, Chad Patrick against Luis Gil. And the Mariners win 4-2 as they take a 3-1 lead in the series. Trying to wrap it up in New York now. Hunter Brown against Max Fried. And they win. So the Mariners win the American League 4-1, very close to 2 sweeps in the LCS. Now we start the World Series. We will have home field advantage against the Mariners. And with 7 days off, Paul Skeens will be available to start game 1 against Hunter Brown. Both teams have their rotations returned all the way back to the number 1 guy. So we'll have really good pitching matchups to go in this series. Skeens and Hunter Brown. McClanahan against Cade Anderson. Brady Singer against Ryan Sloan. Then that's Cade Horton against whoever their 4th pitcher is. Let's go take a look at their rotation. 4th pitcher is Mike Burrows. They also have Chase Dolander. Don't think he'll pitch in the series, but you never know. So see their numbers. Hunter Brown, outstanding so far in the postseason. Cade Anderson just as well. Sloan, so they've got a ton of really good pitching going on in the postseason. They moved Patrick to long relief. On the hitting side, this is their lineup. Happ, Rowley, Stowers, Adele, Julio Rodriguez, Cole Young, Josh Naylor, Otto Lopez. That's against righties. Against lefties, looks like pretty much the same, except Arroyo comes in to play second base and some guys get shifted around. So going to be a very, very challenging series. But we will get into that in the next episode. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. We are just on a roll, especially after we lost game 3 against Arizona. We have won 6 straight games, so we can keep that going. That would be awesome. And if you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live, which will be games 1 and 2 at home in the World Series. We'll do the middle 3 as its own episode following that and see if we need a game 6 or a 7. But hopefully you guys enjoy the content. And please do come back as we are in the World Series for the 3rd year in a row. We're going for back-to-back titles. I'm going to tell you right now, if we win back-to-back titles, we will retire this franchise. We'll be done with the Nationals. I will bring up something new on the channel, but that's for a later date. We got work to do. We got to get through Seattle first. So you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Go Nats.